Medicine.
So we will start today with the vocal cord paralysis. Very easy topic, no problem, but it is difficultly written in the book. But we have made it very easy. What is the physiology of the vocal cord? What is the function of the vocal cord? The vocal cord main functions, there are two main functions of the vocal cord. One is production of voice, and the other is respiration. It helps in the respiration. So, how will be the production of voice? Now, this is the position of the vocal cord. This is the median position. These are two vocal cords, this vocal cord and this vocal cord. This is the arytenoid cartilage. This is the arytenoid cartilage. Now, when this is a midline, it is the midline between the two vocal cords. So, when the voice is produced, this vocal cord moves to the midline and this vocal cord moves to the midline. So, both the vocal cords, they will remain in the midline. Now, when they will come into the midline, the air which is present into the larynx behind the vocal cords, it will pass through these adducted vocal cords. Movement दो type की होती है. One is adduction, when both the vocal cords they come close together, and one is abduction when they go away from the midline. So what happens that when the two vocal cords they are adducted fully, they come in the midline, air behind them which passes through the vocal cords and will cause the vibration of the vocal cords. And this vibration is the main culprit for the production of voice. So voice is produced due to the vibration of the vocal cords. And that sound which is produced, it is interpreted into the brain with the help of tongue muscles, soft palate muscles, pharyngeal muscles. They produce the speech. So there is a difference between the voice production and the speech production, right? So voice is produced by the vocal cords and speech is produced by the tongue muscles, soft palate muscles, pharyngeal muscles. So this is the difference. So in this way, when both the vocal cords, they are fully adducted into the midline, they produce the voice. What happens during respiration? During inspiration, these vocal cords, they go apart. They are in abducted position, abduction. They go away from the midline so that the space is produced and the air goes through the larynx into the trachea and from the trachea into the lungs. When there is expiration, again there is the abduction of the vocal cords, and these vocal cords they go away again, and the air from the lungs goes out into the atmosphere. So adduction and abduction, they are the two movements of the vocal cords which are produced for the function of the vocal cord as the voice production and for the inspiration and expiration. So this was the physiology of the vocal cords. Now, what are the causes of the vocal cord paralysis? The nerve supply of the vocal cord is the recurrent laryngeal nerve, minded. And this recurrent laryngeal nerve is most commonly affected on the left side. If examiner asks you the question that what is the commonly vocal cord affected in the paralysis of the vocal cord, that will be the left side vocal cord. because the recurrent laryngeal nerve, it passes a long way into the neck on the left side from the lungs up to the larynx. So there's a long way distance for the left recurrent laryngeal nerve. So any causes in this pathway may damage the vocal cord easily. However, both the sides can be affected, but it is most common on the left side. So any cause which may damage the vocal cord, nerve supply, recurrent laryngeal nerve, will cause the paralysis of the vocal cord. Now the first cause is the malignant diseases. तो रास्ते में क्या क्या चीजें आएगी? Carcinoma of the nasopharynx, carcinoma of the larynx, carcinoma of the trachea, carcinoma of the esophagus, carcinoma of the thyroid, carcinoma of the parathyroid, and the carcinoma of the lungs. So all these malignant diseases will affect the left side vocal cord and will cause the vocal cord paralysis. Second is iatrogenic, particularly the surgical iatrogenic causes. What are the different surgeries? I'm sorry. What are the different surgeries which will cause the vocal cord paralysis? Same. The surgery on the nasopharynx, surgery on the larynx, surgery on the trachea, surgery on the lungs, surgery on the esophagus, surgery on the thyroid, surgery on the parathyroid. The third is external trauma. If there is any accident, these structures may be damaged and will cause the recurrent laryngeal nerve paralysis. If there is a neck trauma particularly, or there is a chest trauma particularly, which may cause the damage to the recurrent laryngeal nerve paralysis. Then there are viral diseases. Sometimes there is no cause, but there is a paralysis. It is called idiopathic vocal cord paralysis. And these are due to the neurological viruses. And these neurological viruses cause the paralysis of the recurrent laryngeal nerve. Then there are neurological diseases due to the diseases of the nerves itself or due to the diseases in the brain. The recurrent laryngeal nerve may be affected and cause the vocal cord paralysis. What are the positions of the vocal cords during paralysis? Now there are two types of paralysis. One is the adductor paralysis, other is the abductor paralysis. So if there is the suppose abductor paralysis, abduction क्या है? It goes laterally. Abduction means when the vocal cord goes laterally. Why it goes laterally? Due to the nerve supply, the muscles, they are contracted, which are attached on the lateral side of the vocal cord. And due to the contraction of the muscles, the vocal cord goes laterally. This is called abduction. And when the muscles on the medial side, they contract, they will come close together, which is called abduction. So if the abductors are paralyzed, what will happen? The cord cannot move laterally, and due to the contraction of these muscles which are on the medial side, they will pull the cord to the midline position. So if it is bilateral, then both the cords can come close together, and they usually remain at this position, which is known as the paramedian position, when the abductors are paralyzed. So paramedian position is actually the position which is near to the midline position. They are not actually in the midline, but they are close to the midline position, and it is known as the paramedian position. When the adductors are paralyzed, which are attached on the medial side, the abductors will work and the cord will be moved laterally, this one, to this position, and it is called the cadaveric position. Now, cadaveric position is the position between the midline and between the midline and the abducted position. It is known as the cadaveric position. So this is the midline. This is fully abduction of the vocal cord, adduction of the vocal cord, and this vocal cord, this is in between the midline and the abduction of the vocal cord. So this is the fully abducted vocal cord, and it's in this way. This is the midline, this is the paramedian position, this is the cadaveric position, and this is the fully abducted vocal cord. So if we go on the unilateral abductor paralysis, what could be the cause of the unilateral abductor paralysis? It could be a bronchogenic carcinoma or it could be a thyroid surgery. There are only two causes: bronchogenic carcinoma and the thyroid surgery. And mostly the bronchogenic carcinoma and the thyroid surgery, it causes the paralysis on the left side. If there is the unilateral abductor paralysis, the position of the cord will be paramedian or median. It will be completely in the midline or in the paramedian position in between this is the paramedian position. This is the median and this is the paramedian, right? So mind it, this is not adduction, this is abduction. ये थोड़ी सी इसमें गलती है. So this is the paramedian position. Oh, sorry, median position, and this is the paramedian position. So when there is a unilateral abductor paralysis, the cord will be in the paramedian position or in the median position. What could be the clinical features? As the cord, this cord is, suppose this is the cord, it is in the paramedian position, near to the midline. The other cord, when there is a sound production, this cord can move to the midline. It can go further away from the midline towards this side and can meet this vocal cord which is in the paramedian position. And due to the meeting of these two vocal cords, there may be the voice production, but the voice quality may not be good, but there will be the production of the sound. So if there's a unilateral paralysis and the vocal cord is in the paramedian position, this cord can compensate to come close to this vocal cord and may produce the sound. So change of voice is minimum. Respiratory distress hogi ki nahi hogi? Now this is a mobile vocal cord. This is fixed into the paramedian position, but this vocal cord is mobile. It can go abducted position. In the abducted position, it can go very easily because this is normal. So it can produce this much amount of space and the air can go in very easily. So there will be no respiratory distress. अब change of voice भी नहीं है, respiratory distress भी नहीं है, vocal cord तो अपनी जगह पे पैरालाइज है, तो क्या ट्रीटमेंट होगा? No treatment required because there is no symptom at all. सवाए इसके के voice quality थोड़ी सी low हो जाती है. So this is called unilateral abductor paralysis. If there is a bilateral abductor paralysis, which may occur due to the thyroid surgery, because in the neck both the recurrent nerves they come in the neck. They can be in the chest. The left side recurrent nerve can go into the chest up to the bronchus. But in the neck, both recurrent nerves can be affected in the thyroid surgery. What will be the position of the cord? Same, median or paramedian, but on both the sides. Now on this side, this is the paramedian position. This vocal cord will come to this area and this vocal cord again come to this area. But they are both very close, so voice quality is good. But what happens that if this vocal cord is in the paramedian position, this vocal cord is in the paramedian position, so the space between the two vocal cords, if they cannot move on both the sides, mind it, due to the paralysis. So अगर ये यहाँ पे जो है वो दूसरा vocal cord आ जाए, तो space between the two vocal cords is reduced. So what will happen? Stridor on exertion. कुछ ना कुछ air तो जाएगी, लेकिन जब exertion होगी या exercise होगी, तो उसमें जो है वो ज्यादा space चाहिए, ज्यादा air को अंदर जाने के लिए, जो कि नहीं है. So definitely what will happen? There will be a stridor on exertion. ये stridor क्यों होता है? ये basically respiratory distress भी इतना नहीं है. लेकिन if both the vocal cords they come close together, there's a smaller space of for the air to come out, and definitely the air will push the vocal cords, or there is a vibration of the vocal cords, which will produce the sound, and this is called the stridor again. So on exertion, there may be the stridor. अब stridor हो गया है, वाइसवाइटी भी ठीक है, स्ट्राइडर हुआ है. अब स्ट्राइडर को हमें रोकना तो है, ये तो अच्छा तो नहीं है कि पेशेंट जो है वो अगर थोड़ा सा मूव करे तो उसकी सांस में आवाज शुरू हो जाए. तो इसके लिए जो है वो 3-4 चीजें हम करते हैं ट्रीटमेंट में. वन इज द emergency treatment is a tracheostomy if there is the respiratory distress. अगर पेशेंट को respiratory distress हो रही है on movement with the stridor, then we can go for the tracheostomy. What is a tracheostomy? We make a hole into the trachea. It could be a permanent hole, it could be temporary hole. वो हम आगे आके आपको बताएंगे. लेकिन tracheostomy अगर हम करते हैं and when we make a hole in the trachea, it means that the function of the larynx is bypassed. So air will go through that tracheostomy hole and it will not go through the larynx. So the patient can respire very easily and there is no production of any stridor. So in emergency, we can go for tracheostomy. After the tracheostomy, when the patient is settled down, there are 3 very important surgeries which can we do. One is the endoscopic laser cardectomy. We can do the endoscopy. We will see both the vocal cords through the endoscope, and we will use the laser to remove one card. अगर एक कार्ड हम रिमूव कर देंगे पूरे का पूरा थ्रू लेजर, तो एक स्पेस बन जाएगा जहां से पेशेंट जो है वो इजीली एयर ले सकता है. क्योंकि जो होल हमने बनाया है वो अगर परमानेंट हम बना देते हैं तो जाहिर है एक होल जो है वो आपके ट्रेकिया में नेक में पड़ा हुआ है, तो दिस डजंट लुक नाइस. अगर हम टेम्पररी बनाएंगे तो जाहिर है जो ट्यूब उस होल में पड़ी हुई है जहां से वो रेस्पिरेशन ले रहा है, अगर इस होल को हम बंद कर देंगे तो वही चीज फिर वापस आ जाएगी. So we have to see the permanent solution. So best permanent solution is this endoscopic laser cardectomy. One card is removed. When the one card is removed, there is a space for the respiration, although the sound quality is not there. Right? So card ही remove कर दिया तो sound कहाँ से produce होगा? So if the patient is agreed कि भाई जो है मुझे मेरा साउंड निकले या नहीं निकले कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, लेकिन मुझे रेस्पिरेशन सही होनी चाहिए, तो देन वी गो फॉर द एंडोस्कोपिक लेजर कार्डियोटोमी. सेकंड थिंग इज द लेजर एरिटेनॉइडेक्टमी. सेम थिंग, एंडोस्कोपी करेंगे, एरिटेनॉइड को देखेंगे एंड वी विल रिमूव द एरिटेनॉइड ऑन वन साइड विद द लेजर, व्हिच इज सेम एज द कार्डियोटोमी. और अगर हम एरिटेनॉइड निकालेंगे तो जो वोकल कार्ड है वो तो अटैच है विद दी एरिटेनॉइड, तो एरिटेनॉइड आपने निकाल दी. अब कार्ड को जो है मीडियलाइज करें, थोड़ा सा लेटरलाइज करें, सॉरी, कार्ड को लेटरलाइज करें और स्टिच कर दें. अब अगर आपने इसको कार्ड को लेटरलाइज करके स्टिच कर दिया है तो व्हाट विल हैपन? देयर विल बी अ स्पेस बिटवीन द टू वोकल कॉर्ड्स. Patient can respire, although the sound quality is again not good. We can produce the sound, but not that much quality. And third is the thyroplasty type 2. So you should know the name of it. ये जो है वो पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट लेवल का सवाल है कि थायरोप्लास्टी क्या है। बेसिकली क्या है कि जो थायराइड कार्टिलेज है उसका जो ग्लूकोजा है उसको उठा के अंदर एक स्पेस बनाते हैं और उसमें जो है वो कार्टिलेज डाल देते हैं एट द लेवल ऑफ द एरिथमाइड सो दैट द एरिथमाइड कैन गो फ्रॉम मीडियल साइड टू द लेटरल साइड। इट इज कॉल्ड द लेटरलाइजेशन प्रोसीजर। तो एरिथमाइड अगर लेटरल साइड पे मूव कर जाएगा तो वोकल कॉर्ड भी लेटरल साइड पे मूव कर जाएगा, तो रेस्पिरेशन इजीली पेशेंट ले सकता है, although the sound quality is again not good. So 4 things: tracheostomy, endoscopic laser cordectomy, laser erythroidectomy, and thyroplasty type 2. Now we are coming to the adductor paralysis. If we go for the unilateral adductor paralysis, the position causes will be the same. Maybe the bronchogenic carcinoma, maybe the thyroid surgery, there may be the adductor paralysis. तो एडक्टर पैरालिसिस अगर होगी तो पेशेंट जो है उसमें कार्ड जो है वो आ जाएगा कैडेवरिक पोजीशन। एडक्टर पैरालिसिस, एडक्शन नहीं हो रही, एबडक्शन हो रही है, माइंड। तो एबडक्शन होगी तो क्या होगा, कार्ड दोनों बिल्कुल पीछे चले जाएंगे, लेटरली चले जाएंगे एंड लाइक दिस। ये मिड लाइन है, अगर सपोज करें ये एडक्टर्स, ये एडक्टर है, ये पैरालाइज हो गए, अब क्या होगा, कार्ड विल गो दिस वे, सो इट विल बी इन द कैडेवरिक पोजीशन इन बिटवीन द फुल एबडक्शन एंड द मिड लाइन। सो दिस इज कॉल्ड द कैडेवरिक पोजीशन। ओके, व्हाट कुड बी द क्लिनिकल फीचर्स? अब कार्ड तो बहुत लिटरली चले गए, दे कैन नॉट मीट टुगेदर, सो देयर विल बी द hoarseness of voice। कार्ड बहुत लिटरली चले गए, there's a lot of space, there will be no respiratory difficulty, but due to the lot of space there may be the aspiration of the foot। foot कैसे अंदर जाता है, जब हम swallow करते हैं तो vocal cords they meet at the midline और वो larynx को close कर देते हैं so that the food should not go into the larynx। लेकिन अगर वो movement ही नहीं है और कार्ड जो है वो laterally चले गए हैं in the cadaveric position, so there is a lot of space in between and it will cause the aspiration pneumonia। क्या ट्रीटमेंट हो सकती है अगर एस्पिरेशन हो रही है? एक तो है कि भाई हम इनको अब मीडियलाइज करें, कार्ड को मीडियलाइज करें। तो कैसे करेंगे? एक इंजेक्शन आता है, टेफ्लॉन पेस्ट एक आती है, वो इंजेक्शन में भर के एंडोस्कोपी के थ्रू, बड़ा एक बड़ी सिरिंज होती है, उस सिरिंज में जो है वो टेफ्लॉन पेस्ट भरते हैं और एंडोस्कोपी के थ्रू वोकल कॉर्ड को विजुलाइज करते हैं एंड दिस इंजेक्शन, दिस टेफ्लॉन पेस्ट इज इंजेक्टेड ऑन द लेटरल साइड ऑफ द कार्ड। ठीक है जी, तो लेटरल साइड पे जब हम इंजेक्ट करेंगे तो कार्ड डेफिनेटली मूव करेगा टुवर्ड्स मीडियल साइड। अब जब मीडियल साइड पे मूव करेगा तो डेफिनेटली जो है वो दूसरा कार्ड जो नॉर्मल है, क्योंकि यूनिलेटरल की बात हो रही है, जो दूसरा कार्ड नॉर्मल है वो उसको आके मिलेगा, तो आपकी रेस्पिरेशन भी सही हो जाएगी, आपका एस्पिरेशन भी नहीं होगा और आपकी जो है वो hoarseness भी नहीं होगा। So this is the best way of treatment, injection of Teflon paste। We can go for the thyroplasty in the same way, and we can go for the erythroidoplasty, which is not erythroidectomy, but it is erythroidoplasty। We move the erythroid from, it is moved laterally due to the paralysis, we will move this towards medial। तो मीडियल अगर एरिथ्नॉइड कार्टिलेज को अगर आप मूव करें थ्रू अ प्लास्टिक सर्जरी, देन इट इज नोन एज द एरिथ्नॉइडोप्लास्टी। ठीक है ना जी, क्योंकि कार्ड जो है वो लेटरली चले गए हैं तो हमें कार्ड मीडियल लाना है। So erythroidoplasty is the, we move the erythroid cartilage through plastic surgery towards the midline. So this is called the erythroidoplasty। So speech therapy in the last, when all any of these treatments are employed, then we can go for the speech therapy to produce a good and good production of sound, for the good production of sound and for the good respiratory function. We go for the speech therapy. So speech therapy, injection of the Teflon paste, thyroplasty type 1 and erythroidoplasty. is a treatment of choice. Now, if it is a bilateral retractor paralysis, this may be due to the neurological myopathic disorder. Bilateral retractor paralysis is always due to the myopathy. Myopathy is due to the neurological disorders, either in the nerve or in the brain. What could be the position of the card? Bilateral cadaveric position, जैसे मैंने आपको पहले बताया. ये pyramidal position मैंने आपको दिखाई. This is the pyramidal position. This is abducted position. क्या हो सकता है? दोनों कार्ड जो है वो दोनों कार्ड पीछे चले गए. अब ज़ाहिर है हॉर्सनेस ऑफ वॉइस भी होगी, इंस्पिरेशन भी होगी. क्या करेंगे? ट्रेकियोस्टोमी करेंगे. अभी याद रखिएगा कि एरिथमाइडोप्लास्टी, कार्डियक्टमी, ये सब चीजें जो है वो यूनिलेटरल के लिए हैं. बायलेटरल हम नहीं कर सकते. हम सर्जरी करेंगे एक साइड पे करेंगे. अगर दोनों तरफ सर्जरी करेंगे तो बहुत ज्यादा एडिमा हो जाएगा और पेशेंट विल गो टू द रेस्पिरेटरी डिस्ट्रेस अगेन. सो इसमें हम करते हैं ट्रेकियोस्टोमी. दोनों कार्ड वाइड अपार्ट है. ट्रेकियोस्टोमी क्यों करते हैं? उसमें मेन फंक्शन ट्रेकियोस्टोमी का ये है कि ट्रेकिया में ट्यूब डाल के उसमें एयर भर दी जाती है. अब जब एयर भरेंगे तो दैट ट्यूब विल बी फिक्स्ड इनटू द ट्रेकिया, सो यू कैन सेव द एस्पिरेशन बाय दिस ट्रेकियोस्टोमी. क्योंकि सांस तो उसको आ रही है, कार्ड तो बहुत पीछे चले गए, लेटरल चले गए, देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ स्पेस, बट द मेन प्रॉब्लम इज एस्पिरेशन. सो वी हैव टू reduce the chance of aspiration pneumonia. So उसके लिए हमें जाना पड़ेगा, ट्रेकियोस्टोमी करनी पड़ेगी. लेकिन ये ट्रेकियोस्टोमी परमानेंट भी हो सकती है, लेकिन करते नहीं है. तो ट्रेकियोस्टोमी परमानेंट तो नहीं कर सकते. परमानेंट चीज जो है वो दो चीजें हैं. दूसरी चीज हम क्या कर सकते हैं? एपिग्लाटोपेक्सी. एपिग्लाटोपेक्सी क्या है कि एपिग्लॉटिस जो है वो बिल्कुल सीधा होता है. उसको हम अगेन एपिग्लॉटिस जो है उसको थ्रू प्लास्टिक सर्जरी लैरिंक्स के ऊपर आके स्टिच कर देते हैं, सो दैट द लैरिंक्स इज क्लोज्ड. इसको बोलते हैं एपिग्लाटोपेक्सी. अब मसला ये है कि एपिग्लाटोपेक्सी एस्पिरेशन तो जो है वो बचा लेगा. देयर विल बी नो एस्पिरेशन बिकॉज़ द लैरिंक्स इज क्लोज्ड, बट देयर विल बी नो respiration. So for that reason again we have to go for the tracheostomy for that respiration. So this tracheostomy and epiglottopex, they are always done together and they are both not permanent solution. करते क्यों हैं? अगर परमानेंट सोल्यूशन नहीं है फिर करने की क्या जरूरत है? इसलिए करते हैं कि हो सकता है कि विद द ट्रीटमेंट आपका न्यूरोलॉजिकल डिसऑर्डर ठीक हो जाए. You can treat the neurological disorder very effectively with the medications. So अगर medication से वो ठीक हो जाए तो this tracheostomy can be removed. In the epiglottopex, you can remove the stitches and the epiglottis will be in the normal position. So these both tracheostomy and epiglottopex, they are the temporary solutions of the respiration and the aspiration. लेकिन अगर सपोज करें ऐसे पेशेंट हैं जिनको परमानेंट इलाज चाहिए और they are not going to be healed by the neurological disorder and there is again a neurological disorder, it's a chronic disease, you cannot treat it, then the best treatment is that go for total laryngectomy. Whole of the larynx is removed, all the structures in the larynx are removed and neck muscles are stitched together. There is no larynx, right? Whenever there is no larynx, then how the patient will go for respiration? You can go for the tracheostomy, but a permanent tracheostomy. ठीक है जी? So a permanent tracheostomy should be made. ये मजबूरी है, इसके अलावा कोई हमारे पास चांस नहीं है. So we go for the total laryngectomy with the permanent tracheostomy. So this is all about vocal cord paralysis. And if there is any question, I'll come to you for the question. Ji, is there any question? Ji beta, is there any question? Is there any question? Who is Rida Fatma? Rida Fatma is there? Hello? No? Okay. I do understand. बोलेंगे सर करेगा
जी